Hello, hello, hello. JoeHart here. Person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. It's been a long time since I've streamed. I probably won't stream very long tonight. I've got a medical situation, which I'm in a lot of pain, so I probably won't last very long. Thank you, Ping Cord. Um, so yeah, I'm hopefully will be covering the Iowa caucuses. Hello, 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 everybody. Feel free to say hello and such. It's been a long time since I've been here. What do we got? All three are from Twitter. Hey, Twitter, how are you? I wish you could comment. That's my big. Originally, it was my biggest complaint about StreamYard is you can't comment over in Twitter. But feel free to connect with me over there, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll try to watch. Let me see here. Okay, so let me see here. So, let's see here. I can't do that one. Feel free to comment. Where am I? Hello, and welcome to all. Feel free to comment. Thank you. Nightbot, where are you? I think they say a couple of. I'll do 3 comments, but I think Nightbot only needs 2. But we'll see. Nightbot, feel free to come out. Okay, so I'm trying to get on the Twitter here. Let's see here. So I think I'm in the Twitter stream now. So feel free to make comments to me if you'd like. I'll try to answer them live. We've got 2 on JoeHart 901 and 2 on Ray Great Zambini. So yeah, feel free to. I'm on JoeHart 901. I only have one device on doing this right now. I don't really even know how to do this, but. It's not really showing me how to make a comment. Oh, I guess I'm one of them. Well, I haven't figured out how to. So Reddit. Huh. Guess I like being on my. Who do you think will be the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives? Thanks. I guess I'm a little delinquent on that. So how's it going? What are y'all thinking of the Iowa caucus? Are you gonna watch them Monday night? It's got the the coldest Iowa caucus on record, I guess is what they're saying. It's January 15th, which I think is slightly warmer than February, and I think the last couple of times it was in February, so it's so it's even colder. It's January 15th, which I think is slightly warmer than February, and I think the last couple of times it was in February, so it's Sorry, that's my Twitter. So at least I'm hearing it. Let's see here. Testing. There's my comment. My Twitter comment showed up. I was about to say that earlier. I was like, well, the last time I was on. Anybody know? Any StreamYard experts? Have they changed that now? My Twitter comment showed up on StreamYard. My Twitter comment showed up on StreamYard. That's new and good. Here it goes again. Let's see. Poof. So I'm going over to the other one too. Showed up. Look at that. It does have the new pick also. So what do we got? So it shows 1 in JoeHart 901 and 2 in Ray Great Zambini. And I think I'm one of the 2. So that means there's 1 in JoeHart 901 and 1 in Ray Great Zambini. Feel free to make comments. Feel free to. I haven't done this for many months. And the last time I did this, Twitter could not comment. And now it appears Twitter can comment. If you happen to know a lot about Twitter and commenting, I'd love to pick your brain and go back and forth about it. And woohoo! Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to go, but yeah, it's the Iowa caucuses is this coming Monday, January 15th, 2024, Monday. It actually starts at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. CNN programming about it starts at 4 p.m. So I don't know what they're going to talk about for 4 hours. I mean, there's tons to talk about, but I was just out in Iowa a couple of weeks ago, and I was planning to be there until the Iowa caucus, but it did not work out. It wasn't going too well, and I came back early, and then I got this medical pain similar to sciatica, that kind of stuff, but they're still diagnosing it. So I don't believe I will be going to New Hampshire, although it's right next door to me, next week. And the way I feel now, which I'm pretty extreme, and I change my mind a lot, I guess, is at this moment, I don't think I'll hit the road again. That probably won't be true. I think I've said similar things before, but this pain is tough. When I was out in Idaho, I had some pain. I had to come back early because of pain. You know, I'm just older. I'm not young anymore, and I'm not really taking care of myself. So anyway, so there's a ton that, there's tons that I would love to do for all this stuff, but I don't know if it's going to actually happen. But I would love to have panels. I'd love to have people talk about the stuff. I would love to have people in Iowa either at a caucus or just left a caucus, or they're about to go to a caucus. I'd love them to come into the panel and then, do to whatever degree they're able to do, and then, leave. But yeah, there's been tons of times where, like for I was covering the Israeli war for a while, and there you could get a stream of just about anything. So I 4 years ago, I was at the caucus, but I still tried to cover it, which I did. But I also wanted to cover it from a live streamer's point of view. So I think it's very secretive and people don't share their caucus experiences and blah, 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 blah. But I'm hoping sometime during this Monday night that I'm able to, on my stream, be showing a live caucus as it's happening. I don't need to show people's faces. I don't need to show who they voted for. And plus, this is a GOP caucus. So it's last time I went to a Democratic caucus, and I think they had both, but I went to a Democratic caucus. And what I'm discovering, I don't, I'm not saying I'm 100% right, but I'm discovering that the GOP and the Democratic caucuses are different. And the way the bullets, the big differences are Democrat, which there are no Democratic caucuses. I don't think. I mean, because it's only Biden. But the Democratic caucuses, let's just say it's at a high school gymnasium. Let's just say that's where they're meeting. So in this high school gymnasium, every candidate, there's a sign of every candidate. So every candidate sign picks a corner or a side thing so that they have their own area. And then at 7:00, they go, and so now we can vote. And for a Democratic, everybody walks up to the sign that they're going to vote for. So it's open. Everybody knows who you're voting for, your spouses, your kids, your parents, your coworkers. Everybody knows who you're voting for. And then my experience 4 years ago is that after they finish that and count that all up, whichever candidate had the least number of votes gets eliminated, and you have to go re-vote somewhere else. And then the second least votes gets eliminated, and they have to re-vote. And I don't know if this is true, but I think they did it until one person had 50% of the votes. That might not be true. I don't know when they stopped doing that, but they do have to keep re-voting. So it's time consuming. And I don't remember the exact time, and I wasn't trying to hurry up and get out of that room, but I'm OCD. I like to know how long things take. And so I would have guessed it was an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours. And I wasn't the last person to leave, but I certainly didn't leave while it was still going on, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the GOP, which I did not go to and I have not experienced, but I go to these events and I talk to a lot of people, and I'm hours early. So I talk to people before they get stressed out, before they have to cover the event as a media person. And I think I'm really good at figuring out who's knowledgeable and who's not knowledgeable. So I found quite a few people that were really knowledgeable about the GOP. So anyway, the difference for the GOP is it's secret ballots. You write down who you vote for, and only you voted up, and you put it in a hat or whatever. And you only vote once. There's no if you are part of the smallest, the candidate with the least number of votes, you stay there. That's it. You're done. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. JoeHart. Twitch. What's up, Twitch? How you doing, man? Hey, Twitch. Hey, Twitch. I don't know much about Twitch, but thanks for showing up. Hey, Twitch. Sorry, not the V's a typo. So, anyway, there was this person talking on CNN, and they're like, "All these caucuses can be really time consuming," and blah 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 blah. And so I tweeted her, and I said, I do believe you're not entirely correct on that. The Democrats are, but there are no Democrats this round. And the GOPs are not, although I've never been to one. I had to pick people's brain that seem to know a lot about this. And I said, some of the precincts will be done within 20 or 25 minutes or 30 minutes. And she's like, no, I got it from the Des Moines Register, and this is what they say. And I'm like, first of all, I would never quote the Des Moines Register. They don't seem to be super knowledgeable. People don't actually go to the caucuses. They are young. There's a turnover. I don't have a lot of faith in the Des Moines Register. I follow their candidate tracker every other day. It's wrong. They don't update the things correctly. And then, I don't think super highly of them. So I wouldn't quote them as if that's the Bible. That's, it's not. It's not. So anyway, of course, part of me wants to be right, but I don't care about being right. I just want to know what the process is. Are there going to be some precincts that finish in 20 minutes? It sounds like there are going to be precincts that finish in 20 minutes. That's nice. That's cool. Especially it's freezing. Get people home. Get people out of there. Get people out of there. I didn't really experience the caucus part. I mean, with a secret ballot, you're just writing down a name. So but anyway, for the Democratic, I don't really remember this happening, but I would imagine to caucus means you go, hey, vote for Haley, vote for Haley, vote for Haley. So that's people that are, for Democratic, you're walking up to the sign. So as you're walking up toward Trump or DeSantis or whoever, people are yelling at, no, go toward Haley, go toward Haley. And I would imagine that's what the caucus is that you're actually trying to recruit people to change their mind. I don't know. I'm just thinking that up. So anyway, I'm getting toward the end of my stream here. I just wanted to do a summary. It's Friday night now, and caucus is Monday night. So I'll probably do something Saturday night, Sunday night. I'll try to do something during the 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then do something on Monday. But again, I'm going to try to get someone on my stream at a caucus, and I think it's a 20-minute window. So it starts at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I imagine I'll start at about 7:50 or 7:45 and then get on and then just try to get someone. Find someone. Everybody run around, get someone onto my stream. So what are these guys? So what do we got? 1 for JoeHart 901, 1 for Ray, 2 for Ray Great Zambini. Hello, Ray Great. I think I'm one of those two, but and then JoeHart on Twitch. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I assume I'll be covering New Hampshire, which is a week later, and then South Carolina and blah, 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 But my only experience is 4 years ago, and the primaries and caucuses schedule just about every day had a change or modification. And that's because of COVID. I do believe it's generally cast in stone and it never changes. So anyway, I'm trying to push it to the as far into the future I can before the first event is done. So, the Iowa caucus is Monday, January 15th. It's going to be done for Eastern time, it's going to be done at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or something like that. And I would imagine that night at 10 or 11 p.m., I'm going to print up the rest of the schedule. And I have two websites, which are both, they're kind of different than each other. So I print up both because it seems like some are right and correct for some reason and some are not right and correct for other reasons. So, anyway, I want to print that up, and then I want to pull out a brand new United States map and map those states. Just as, again, last time I was on the road for 235 days and I went to 31 states. I don't think I'm going to hit the road anymore, but if I did, I wouldn't mind seeing the closer states. The most important states to me are the ones that are closest in votes, and that's really only like the 10 closest states. Once it's 10% deviation, they don't make any difference in the world about the president. 35 or more states have zero to do with picking the president. Zero. So it's those 10 or less, really. It's like 5, but I try to go to the outer limit, but then when it's 10% separation, that's too much. So I think there's a 3% and then it jumps up to 7% or something like that. So definitely the 3% and less, which I think is 5 or 6 or 7 states. Those are the ones. Anyway, so I want the closest states, but also miles. I can't drive a bunch of miles. I hope they're, kind of close too. But I'm going to have that mapped out as soon as Monday night's done. I want to look at it and have a visual and see what the map looks like. So I think that's about it. Thank you very, very much for coming. I hope I see you tomorrow night and the next day, and then for sure for Monday. If you happen to live in Iowa, please caucus. Please caucus. It's a very unique situation. Iowa is one of the few states. Iowa seems to be the only one that's really organized on it, organized enough to get it done. There's others that do, but sometimes, but GOP, but Democrat, but, they get on the schedule, but then it doesn't actually happen. It's really a primary. So anyway, I would caucus if I was in Iowa. Okay. My pain is acting up and I'm tired and things like that. So again, thank you very much. And I will talk to you later. Feel free to write me on all my platforms. It appears that Twitter is commenting. So let me see what I got over here. Okay. Can't get it to do what I was hoping. Ooh, just went up. What do we got? Facebook. Hey, Facebook. Thanks for being here. I'm about to say goodbye, but feel free to. Is that Fred or someone like that over in Facebook? Hey, Facebook. So what do we got? We've got 1 at JoeHart 901 Twitter, 2 at Ray Great Zambini, but I'm one of those 2 in Twitter. 1 at JoeHart Facebook page, and 1 at JoeHart 2 on Twitch. it's a pretty varied, spread out. Anyway, if you want to write any comments where you're at or on this or those kind of things. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye. Ow. Okay. End stream. Bye.